that's when it got big. That's when those those two faggots said I stole Jeffy. That's when all bigger people came out and said they start accusing you of shit. And I understand. If I go back, I would have never added Jeffy. I would have never added him.
I don't think it should come as a surprise to tell you that I used to like watching SML, but just over the years it really hasn't been all that good. I remember watching these videos with my friends, and the first one I ever watched was Bowser's Dilemma in 2013. I've watched this channel evolve from the good times to the bad times to the excited times to the disappointing times to its rise and its eventual fall. And just after 5 years of sticking with this channel, even though everyone I know already moved on with it, I still stuck around before abandoning it in 2018. And after all that time, I don't think this channel could be in an any worse state. Like, what happened? I remember this being a Mario Plus channel that did other things no other channel would do, and now this really doesn't feel like SML anymore. And it feels like it was not even done by the same people who made these old videos. And whenever this series is ever talked about on YouTube, it's never usually highly, and they do get a reaction, but they didn't make those videos for no reason or just out of hate. They made it because the channel really isn't all that good anymore. Now before I start this video, I know this video is going to get a ton of hate, since if you look at the other Super Mario Logan rants, they get a ton of dislikes, because I know the toxicity of the SNL fanbase. I'm part of that one time. But it's just opinions at the end of the day, and there's no need for hate of this. It's just Super Mario Logan. Like, how bad could it be if I just said, oh, I hate Jeff? I spoke too soon. But at the end of the day, they're all just opinions. If you have the same opinion as me, I'd love to hear it in the comments. If you have something that's different than me, then again, I'd love to hear it in the comments. I really don't need, this guy doesn't like SML. That tears it. But with that said, let's start. Now going back, I feel like people have fond memories of the old house and the apartment. We had varieties of series, characters, ideas, and much more. It was oversaturated with junior videos, but let's see it through, but at least there were quality back then.
Wait, I am. Joke. Okay, it's all done. Let me take your bowl. I got you. Oh, I gotta get the macaroni.
Oh, well, I wouldn't say quality was any better, but we had variety back in 2011. But back in the old house, we had characters based off Black Yoshi, Mario, Bowser, Mom Luigi, Toad, Mr. Goodman, Shrek, Woody, Tony the Tiger. There were so many characters back then. Logan did something smart and decided to add characters that were not from the Mario universe to spice things up. While other YouTube channels have done this, I feel like Logan did it in a way that was funny and entertaining. It was nothing all that special back in the old house, but you can definitely see the charms of kids playing with Mario plushes, and the quality has gone better as the years went on with effects and characters. Now, take everything I say, make it worse, and it was all because of one character that would have made Logan and the old fans around regarding him from being popular. Oh, who would have guessed it was Jeffy? One thing I will say about Jeffy was, he wasn't as bad as he was in 2015. Like, in Jeffy's homework, I thought it was funny how unexpected that was, but when you do it over 100 times, the joke loses all value. I don't think it's hard to tell, but ever since 2017, Logan has had creative burnout. He's often reused ideas from previous videos either once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, or even 5 times. You want to know how many times he's reused ideas? Well, I wrote it all on a piece of paper. Actually, no, I didn't. I wrote it on 2 pieces of paper. And no, I didn't just make all these up. These are episodes that got duplicates at one point. Some might have different names, but they are the same episode. To save you the trouble, he's reused ideas over 115 times. I know when a show goes on for a long time, like SpongeBob, Family Guy, The Simpsons, Fairly Odd Parents, they start to run out of ideas, and will tend to reuse them. Like in SpongeBob when they would constantly reuse the idea of Plankton disguising himself to get the formula. But with those shows, they haven't reused the idea over and over and over again. They would find newer ideas, whether they would be good or bad. In SpongeBob's case, they actually had to change the style to make the show much more fresh, and it actually helped them in the long run. Sure, some people didn't really like the new style, but it definitely gave the writers more creative freedom than last time. SML did try doing this, but it ended up really bad for them, and I mean really bad. Characters like Goodman used to be a cop and would be funny and just do stupid stuff. Nowadays, he's been reduced to the Jeffy treatment as he swears every 10 seconds and always asks for Mario for his house payment.
Hello? Let me in, fuckhead!
The new characters aren't even good as well, and the old ones were just abandoned. Cody's family is just a bunch of stereotypes, and they were only in one episode and just forgotten about. Goodman's son has been only in 3 videos, and he's basically just a young Goodman. They tried to do character development for the first one, but it ended up getting ditched. And then there's Baby Goodman. I swear each character gets worse and worse. Like, if I stopped and asked you, what is the difference between young Goodman and Baby Goodman, and no, age doesn't count, you would have a hard time figuring out. I'm even confused on some of the characters they even got rid of, like Craig. They blamed Craig the Devil, you know, this guy who tells them not to do bad stuff and is just a silly villain overall. They blamed him for the demonetization of the channel. They blamed the most tame character on the show because it couldn't be, God forbid, because of the swearing, inappropriate jokes and themes in the series. Nah, that couldn't be the reason. The characters that did manage to stay alive on the show have changed horribly. Like, Mario has been reduced to an uninteresting dad character. Rosalina and Jeffy are there only to annoy and make problems worse in a video, especially Rosalina. Yoshi just isn't funny anymore, and he's just been reduced to being a stereotype and...
Mario, please!
Junior is alright. I feel like his character has improved, but Joseph's character has just been reduced to him being poor and his parents are dead. While Cody is an okay character, he really does make a lot of weird jokes. While most of the characters are kind of the same, they just feel really different to what I watched back in 2014 to now of 2020. Now, to address the elephant in the room, we need to talk about the puppets. The idea isn't anything new. Logan tried making these back in 2015, but...
I was trying to make Junior into a puppet, and that's what that would have looked like. Like, hey guys, so yeah, it's a disaster. It's horrid. It's actually really damn scary.
When I talked about this on my community tab, it definitely got mixed reactions, so I'll go further in depth on why I don't like this. It's just... why? Trying to replace what we know and love is just nearly impossible. It's like redoing Peter Griffin or SpongeBob to have a different look, keeping it permanent. You just can't really do that. So trying to remake Mario and Friends, it's just really hard to do, and what the hell are these designs? They don't really even look appealing, they just look so ugly. The ones I kinda like is Junior, but the rest I really just don't like. Cody looks really bad, Joseph looks dead inside, I don't know what the hell happened to Bowser. Mario looks emotionless, Rosalina just looks meh, and I feel really bad for Bully Bill. Now, Logan keeps flip-flopping them between the puppets and the plushes, and people are kinda wondering why, but I feel like I do have one theory why he's doing this. He has a lot of unsold stock for the puppets, so in order to probably sell stock and to promote them, he makes videos off the puppets. Now, at first, I thought he would have just ditched this since it obviously just wasn't working, and he only made this cause of Kappa, but it really didn't affect him as bad as he thought. And while it's really not a good design, there's still people who actually genuinely think the designs are pretty good.
This was a very dope video. I like this a lot. Like, I'm 100% okay with the human puppets, bro. I'm 100% okay. I hope y'all are too. I think it's very interesting to see them as human puppets.
But I just don't understand why he still keeps them around, since I've heard rumors that even Logan doesn't like the puppets. But I'm probably sure the only reason why they're here is because of money. Speaking of puppets, you can actually go buy them on his website for a modest $300 for the entire set. Yeah. Because who really needs a Switch anyways when you can buy the whole thing of SML puppets? For a channel that's really saying it's only for mature audiences only, it really does have a lot of merchandise for children. Cause I'm sure all the high schoolers would be rocking the Jeffy backpack. I really don't understand some of the prices since the puppets usually cost around $40 to $70. I mean, at least it's better than the time that Jeffy was allowed for "Are you actually kidding me?" and people still bought this. Now, if we're talking about the SML movie, this is something everybody rants about.
And by the way, Logan, when is that Super Mario Logan movie coming out?
Well, to everyone who has high hopes that this thing is not cancelled yet, I'm gonna have to drop the bomb as it's cancelled. It's not because of Logan's demonetization, it's because of one thing that killed it all together. Logan getting rid of Zeke. Zeke was a former SML crew member, but had to leave because his family was moving to California and couldn't film anymore. The SML movie was gonna be every old SML's fan dream, having Mama Luigi be the star of the movie, and Zeke would return to do Mama Luigi again as a full-time job with Logan. Now, why didn't this end up happening? Well, from what Zeke said from an interview with DabHDude, here's what happened. Logan and Zeke were interested in working again. Zeke just needed a week off from his current job to see if he would join Logan again. However, when Logan said he would fly Zeke out again, he never responded to Zeke, and that's it. There's no reason why he stopped talking to Zeke, it's just so weird, and that almost made Zeke lose his current job, and he said he would never be working for Logan ever again. Now, to say that Logan's only done this once, how wrong you would be. He's also done this to EDP445. Logan wanted to work with EDP, and EDP was willing to help join him. After trying to get into contact with Logan, he never responded to him ever again, trying to call him, text him in any which way. He gave the benefit of the doubt of him, he could be busy, but after a few weeks of no response, he just gave up and doesn't want to ever work for Logan, and now just kinda hates him.
I'm over here blowing your motherfucking ass up, you know what I mean? How do you think that makes me fucking feel? You feel me? It's like, I sat back, I opened up to you, you promised me something, okay? Promises are meant to be broken, you know what I mean? There are so few people in this world that actually keeps their fucking promises. I'm one of those fucking people.
We also can't forget the time where Logan never delivered on his Patreon rewards when he had one. He promised stuff like name in the comments, and that literally took him a month to do. And for his shoutouts, it took him 5 months to get only a few people. And how about the early access, only lasting for 15 minutes, only being one time? Logan claims that stuff like shoutouts didn't happen because the cast got really tired. So, you're telling me they can make an entire episode, but they just cannot record one extra line. There's still people to this day who paid hundreds of dollars just to get a shoutout and still have not been delivered on that. Oh, and we cannot forget the time where Logan made fun of DabHDude.
Alright. Yep! There's the joke! Really? You're gonna be this pathetic? I mean, you're gonna be this pathetic to just do something like this? I mean, alright.
He even teased his fans that he would be getting rid of Jeffy if he got his ads back, and when he did, he pretty much just retracted his claim. I can go on and on about how much this guy has done, but we still have yet to talk about the SML crew. Now, the SML crew consisted of Chili, Lavelle, Elena, Anthony, Tito, Logan, Chris, and Mimi for a brief period. You see, most of the people here were kinda bad, or were mean towards the other crew. Now, I know people reminding me that Elena was in college so she couldn't film with Logan, but she did have beef with Lavelle though at one point. Lavelle has done a lot of bad stuff, like he wouldn't even want to film with Elena on the same day, he's bullied people who doesn't like SML, and he's also flagged EDP's video, which fans actually had to re-upload the video with him on Logan. And even GameCube Dude left the community because of Lavelle and pretty much just wanting to leave.
The reason I took down GameCube Dude 300 is because I wanted the part of my internet persona that was Super Mario Logan destroyed. Not cut down, not reduced, destroyed. I don't want a part of that community anymore.
But to give credit where credit is due, Lavelle is kind of made up with Elena, and he's kind of stopped being immature and all that stuff. I'm just glad that Lavelle's starting to become a little bit of a better person, but it still comes to show what he's done in the past. However, this is only the tip of the iceberg with SML. I'm not gonna play the I told you so game with everyone thought with Logan being guilty, but come on, it was kind of common sense to know that these claims weren't actually real. They were pretty much exaggerated and faked. It really sucks that cancel culture nearly made Logan lose a lot of his fans and subscribers, since I feel like a lot of people would know, oh, this is something Logan would probably do, which is probably what the SML crew took advantage of. But it even seemed like the people who were trying to make videos on this situation were really only trying to make it for views, not to actually help defend him. And man, who would have guessed Logan was innocent this entire time, and surprisingly enough, it was Chili. But it's really upsetting a lot of people only went for the popular opinion and not decide to actually look into it. But that's drama for you folks.
Nicktendo.
Oh man, if only we were gonna talk about this guy. So Nicktendo, not this Nicktendo, this Nicktendo. So Nicktendo is an animator who makes animations for Logan, and you know, these animations are really bad. It looks like no effort was put into the character's background or anything at all. Like, look at these designs. Look how unappealing these look. He hasn't improved over 3 years he's been doing this. The animation looks identical to 2018's animations and 2020's animations. They look exactly the same but with slight differences. Whenever someone asks him to improve and try making designs not from paint.net, he calls us haters. One of these guys. Because, you know, critics and haters have the exact same meaning in it, right? It's weird how out of all animators in the SML community, like Michael, Bunsen, okay, I'm not gonna say, or any of the other SML animators who look like they put effort into their animations, they pick Nicktendo. The newer ones are improved from 2018's, but my god, the art style here is so bad. I don't know if this is supposed to be intentional or not, but it looks awful. What he really needs is just to take a break, probably redo the characters in a better art style that isn't something from paint.net, and just try a little more. That's just something he needs the most, but he's not gonna take advice from critics or anyone, honestly. So my final thoughts on him?
How about this one? I call it bold and brash. More like belongs in the trash! Ah!
Well, it sucks to know someone I used to look up to has just gone down in quality to the point it's not even SML anymore. Can you even call these characters Mario characters anymore? Can you even call the channel Super Mario Logan? I thought it was pretty bad in 2017, but I would have no idea what would come just 3 years later. At the same time, I don't like Logan, but at the same time, I kind of feel bad for him since he's in a lose-lose situation with Jeffy. He's stuck with Jeffy, and he's basically killed 2 channels just from how popular he's become. So to all the people who want Jeffy gone and to never see him return, I don't even think Logan can do that anymore since his channel would just die.
These fans, and I'm like, who's your favorite character? They say Jeff. I never hear Junior. I never hear Black Yoshi. I never hear anything.
Brooklyn guy.
So, like, yeah, no. I met a fan. We were filming the Super Mario Logan movie down at the beach, and Pablo had Brooklyn guy on his tan, and a fan came and said, "Ooh, that's Jeffy Cup." He didn't even know what his fucking name was. He called him Jeffy Cup.
Oh my god.
However, that doesn't mean Logan isn't perfect. He has critics who want to help him to take advice, and I don't know why he won't take it. It's why that everybody who tried helping him has already moved on. Even the people like Dabbeach Dude are probably giving up on him and doesn't really want to make SML content anymore. It really begs the question, will SML ever improve? I don't think so. I don't think Logan will ever fix the puppet designs or improve them, the quality of episodes, and other stuff. SML didn't just die because of the episodes getting bad or behind the scenes. It died because of all these changes I'm talking about. Adding Jeffy, adding puppets, getting rid of what made SML so good to begin with, making unfunny stereotypes to the show. Not only did this kill the fans who watched SML back then, it basically ruined SML as a whole. The old SML everyone used to love is now gone, and it sadly won't ever come back. Well, that was SML. It definitely has gone downhill over the years, and while I do think SML is probably a lost cause, I really hope one day SML will get better. It does seem like Logan is passionate on what he makes, so I just hope one day it all gets better. When though, I'm not entirely sure, but I really hope you do better in the future, Logan. But next time though, we're gonna be talking about a group of YouTubers who make videos off video games, so I'll see you guys then.